see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Hey, this is Jason Rouse, and welcome to the Safe Word Podcast. On the show today, Isabel, Herrman. It's a Herrman.
Herrman.
A Herrman. There is a couple R's in there.
2 R's and 1 N.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm stoked to be on it and in this park.
I know. Here we go for the lonely walk to the woods with Jason Rouse. 2 go, 1 come back.
You or me?
I don't know. It's going to be that kind of walk. We're in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, brand new.
Brand new to Texas. And listen, you know, I must have met you, 4 years ago?
Probably at the store on the patio.
Yeah. It was always there's so many faces that crisscross that patio that would take, because you know how transient Hollywood is. And you know that a lot of people really don't kind of survive the year.
I think that the LA scene is like a one survival show after the other. And it's literally just like the seasons, or the one season that LA has.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird place to get to know people, because you really never know who you're getting to know.
You don't know who somebody's trying to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to generalize like everybody in Los Angeles, but it was a little different.
We're talking 2019 Los Angeles.
Yeah.
2021 Los Angeles is a nothing.
It's like Blade Runner.
It's totally kaput. Like, it's done. And now it looks like the hotbed for stand-up comedy is Austin, Texas. Like, there's 30, 40 shows a month?
Wow. I mean...
Open mics?
Every single night. Every single night there's at least 5 or 6 open mics. Mm-hmm. Booked shows, there's something every single night. And at least with, good talent, you know? Every night.
Huh. Oh, that's probably... everyone listening's probably happy we're sitting now, because I could hear our feet crunching along on the path.
Oh, yeah. It was a pretty crunchy path. A lot of cereal on that path that we just walked over.
You were living in L.A. for 8 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Better part of a decade. I think I survived L.A. for 8 years. I don't know. I think it's a place that you need to go, but it's not a place you need to stay in.
No, it's definitely a place a must. It's such a fucking weird situation now. From my life in Los Angeles over a decade to my life here in Austin is like a completely different spectrum. Like, everybody here, it literally is almost the opposite of everything Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, what we're seeing...
Nice of the folks. And I'm saying folks, the people.
It just... There's a genuine, you can say hi and somebody says hi back without the pretentiousness of, why are you looking at me?
Yeah, it was just weird. On Saturday night downtown, making casual conversations with strangers with no... weird kind of mojo shakedown. It was just casual conversation. All right, nice to meet you, and on your way.
You know what I haven't gotten a whole lot here that I got all the time in LA was
anal.
fuck, I can't get some good anal out here.
In Texas? Isn't this queer steers and beers?
Queer steers and beers, baby.
What couldn't you get?
Shit kickers. That question that's, what do you do?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do? But when asked that in LA, it has that underlying turn of, who do you do? You know?
Yeah.
Who do you do? Or like, what connections do you have? Where can you get me? And that was always like the preface to meeting somebody or getting to know somebody. And Los Angeles out here is just kind of like, oh, what are you up to? Oh, cool, you do that? That's neat. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, they tend to... people would introduce... Oh, they're killing children behind me.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They would introduce themselves as like a pitch. But anyway, fuck them.
I don't get that. Out here, and also, yes, there's that mass exodus of these big cities all coming to Austin, and Austin is kind of becoming the mecca for stand-up comedy because it's open and there's a huge want and desire for it. I've performed on a handful of shows recently where people have never been to a stand-up show in their whole life, and it's their first experience of stand-up comedy. And that blew my mind a little bit because, you know, after living in LA, it's just kind of like everybody and their dog is doing stand-up.
You know why? Because they had the live music on lockdown here for so long that now that there's a vacuum, and stand-up comedy is a very easy thing to introduce back into live entertainment because it's low production. It's very simple to do. You know, a stage, a mic. You don't even need a stage in most cases.
No.
You know, amplified device and people facing you that speak the same language.
Not even the same language. I went to this show and it was an all Latino lineup, and
They were doing all Spanish?
all in Spanish, and I have no idea what they were saying, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Whatever they were saying, just the charisma and like physical acting outs and all that kind of stuff. I think it's just the connection to people, and that's what comedy really is, you know.
Oh, well, then I'm fucked. I've got a complete disconnect with my audience. I actually
That
been
is your
hearing
connection, though.
Negative
and negative.
Totally double park the fist fuck. I've actually heard. I'm totally
You hear.
stroking out. I've multiple times, or the handful of times I've performed here. There's always been some girl will lean over and go, that was scary.
That's hilarious.
yeah, but it's like, oh my goodness, I'm glad that's over. That was scary. I've heard it from men and women. But I think that the void, the vacuum that's created of the absence of the live music industry performance here is allowed the comedy to fill in all the cracks.
People are doing good. They're minding their manners out of
Yeah.
these shows that I see. You know, I've even done a drive-in theater show where, like, I'm performing for cars, and people are into it. They're absolutely into getting out of their house and experiencing things that aren't within their own walls. You know, and you think about, a year's really not that long of a time to be cooped up. You think about wartime or back in the early 1900s. But people weren't mobile. They weren't on the internet all the time. And
no one's turning down an opportunity to have a laugh right now.
never. No.
There's like even more so, I think. That's why I think it's kind of come full circle, like I've anticipated with the so-called like dark humor now is become a thing that people are seeking out and looking for, opposed to coming with blank picket signs to complain about, because they always knew that there was good fodder in a comedy club for things to get upset about, because they've been before, they knew what the realm of it was, and use it as a place to virtue signal and up their morality in a bar full of...
Who do you have to impress when you're stuck at home by yourself? It's like I think that people are being better audience members and better sports because, you know,
better sports.
We've all been hammered at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday in lockdown, and to me, nothing is more sad than that. You know, especially if your one task during the day is to scoop cat poop or to do the dishes. It's like, well, that's my activity today.
You know, I would get up, and I still do. I get up at 6:30 in the morning, and then I'd be realized by 12:30, it's over.
Your day's done.
You know what I mean? As far as anything really active or physically or mentally kind of, you just kind of go numb, and I have to go dumb, like moderately retarded, just to get through the other 8 hours. And then, I was going to bed. People were all, the first couple of months, people were in bed by like 6 p.m.
Of course. Everyone had depression this year. Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm just going to sleep. I'm just going to like go to bed. Yeah. And I did this little experiment one day, and I ate some mushrooms to try to balance my mental health back out or something.
Just have some fun.
And just have some fun. But I was in my own house by myself. Just tripping, looking at the walls.
I'm on heroin right now.
Right now. I see. You left the needle in.
Good.
Oh, Jesus. People are going to stare at us now. Old needle arm.
Old needle arm Larry.
Soaking up some sun. But that was like the epitaph, the crescendo of like, oh, this world is fucked. Because then, you watch like what's happening on the news, and that's your only escape, is to watch shit burn down.
There's a lady on a bicycle. Hello.
Hey, she waved at us.
Good, how are you?
Look at that.
With
flowers. How cute.
And she said hi twice.
Twice.
I've never met that woman before. I couldn't get a woman to look me in the eye for like 2 years. That lady...
Striped yoga pants, a basket on her bicycle.
Oranges with flowers and a yoga mat. Yeah.
And she said hi Twice. To two goons sitting on a step in black and a leather
gargoyles sitting on a stoop. And she smiled, and the weird part is I looked at her because she had this kind of...
she was cute, too.
She had nice skin and a smile. She clearly is not a judgmental person. I've never had interactions with strangers like that. She could clearly see that I was staring at her, might have heard me comment, and addressed that with, hi.
Twice.
And then my head craned around.
She made sure.
I was like, that's a really pretty, nice lady. And yes, I did say hello.
She double tapped the hello. She made sure you knew.
No one's ever given a shit enough to say hello to me twice.
You matter.
I think that's my wife.
Let's go get her.
No.
Tiger, can you run?
That lady, she did have a yoga mat. That is, and oranges.
Everyone here also, we're sitting by this beautiful scape of like this lake, this little hike and bike trail, and I've not seen one out of shape person go by.
No, there's a lot of runners, and also
dog friendly, very dog
huge dog town.
Yeah.
Dogtown city.
It's a little annoying.
Yeah, but you don't see dog shit. LA, dog shit everywhere.
Those are just the people, though.
Yeah, well, the McDonald's napkins balled up next to the dog shit. I was like, when can a dog wipe his own bum?
I once saw downtown LA
a
homeless dude drop trowel and just like unload a stinking pile in the middle of the road, and it was impressive.
In the middle of the road?
It was impressive. I was just like
a pile or one piece?
We're talking like a comic ice cream cone swirly of Duke in the middle of the road.
Was he a protester?
No, it's just some guy, just some homeless dude.
Because that's how I protest.
And he just pulled his pants up and kept walking. He was crossing the street, pooed, pulled his pants up, and kept walking. And everyone around was in not even like disgust. We were just like, wow, he just really had to get going.
Well,
like,
and if you've lived in LA for more than a year, you're bound to see at least 3 outdoor dumps in that 12. Yeah.
Like, so you'll see them. You're like, oh, that's a human dookie. But this one was just like everyone
coming
around
out
stopped and watched, and then just kept going. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Just kept walking.
People don't want to get involved.
No,
I made a slight gesture and projected to that lady on the bicycle, and she went out of her way to give me the double nod, the hello. And the guy shitting in the middle of the street, he doesn't care if anyone says hi to him.
No. In fact, if you were to make eye contact with him, he probably would have just kept going.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like-
Pushed a little harder.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of wanted to be like, yo, curb your own shit, dude. But it's like, how do you tell a human, like, curbside your dog, right? I mean, that technically means to scoop your dog's poop, but it's like, how do you curb a human?
Well, I think it's
Curbside.
I think it's great that people shit on the sidewalk, because then it lets society know that there's a problem.
Well,
You see something come out of somebody or go into somebody out in public.
I'm an empath. I take that shit home. I always end up stepping in it.
What's an empath? Is that where you can talk to your own shit?
You can, yeah, basically.
No.
Empaths, you are emotionally sensitive.
Have you had to deal with it? I was thinking about this. Do you have a hypersensitivity to crazy people? Did you grow up with anybody with any kind of mental health issues besides yourself?
Yeah, I think I was the one.
No, I don't think so.
No, my mom was a single mother of 3, pretty much.
Same.
All grown up. And so I feel like she was 20 when she had my older sister.
I was. My mother was 18 when she had me.
Yeah.
3 kids.
And I think that she
Pretty much
grew
on her
up
own?
with us. So.
Oh yes, sure. I can't even look at. I'm almost 73 years old.
Wow.
And
a pig jet now.
I am far from, like, I couldn't even picture. My father was 21, with a baby. That sucks.
Well, I mean.
suck.
That you really
Blew it.
life out of your mom, man.
I don't, more so my father, just relatable to his absence in my life, realized that I was not fun to drink with.
You can't. You look at this.
Are you crying?
I'm crying. Yes. There's somebody walking by that's going through some shit, and I just got a waft of their aura.
Depression?
Yeah, I think.
You mess with crystals and third eye shit? Take mushrooms, fall down the stairs in your apartment. I can't help that. My shoes.
I left that life in LA.
Yeah.
No, it's a different language. I feel like learning astrology and about crystals was something that I had to learn in Los Angeles. And also I had to know my rising sign, my sun sign, my moon sign. And then it was almost like an excuse of like, oh, it's just because you're a Virgo, you wouldn't get it. Or it's like, oh, your moon is a Gemini, so, you don't know which version of yourself you're going to get. And it's like, are we just substituting being decent human beings for just like these assigned personalities?
Most of those people that are kind of leaning into your...
How bland do you have to be to want to be characterized by...
Well, they like to frame you into an idea in their head and then tell you what's wrong with what they've created.
It's I already know you. And I
Well,
I
you're
don't know
doing
if I vibe
that.
with that anymore. I do, in a way, mess with like the crystals and whatever, because I think that if you have anything, whether it's a ribbon around your finger, a rock in your pocket, to remind you...
That's the name of your one-woman show.
Well, that's actually my nickname in high school was...
Rocket Pocket?
Was all Rock Pocket. Rock Pocket.
Rock Pocket? Did you ever have Pop Rocks?
Ooh, Pop Rocks are great.
Yeah.
But pour them in like soda and then drink it, and it's like... It comes out of your nose. It's so foamy.
We used to put... No, I can't even say that.
Why can't you say it?
No, because...
Put them in your butt? What?
People... No. We used to give instant... scalloped potatoes to the squirrels and their stomachs would explode.
Oh.
And we'd all...
That actually happened?
My grandmother would cut
all
their
these
heads
dead
off.
squirrels?
Yeah, and we all have squirrel mittens for school. And she used to stitch the faces on the front of the hands.
That is some Canadian bullshit.
It's totally bullshit. My grandmother, they weren't squirrels. They were other children. We had children mittens.
The kid mittens. Bernie Sanders wore kid mittens.
Kid mittens?
Kid mittens.
Did you have the mittens with the string through the sleeve?
Yeah.
Is that a thing in the
Yeah.
United States?
No, it's a thing. Yeah.
I come from
Very cold place.
Kansas. Snow?
All the weather.
Really?
You get all the weather in like one day in the springtime.
Is there
Tornadoes.
any kind of Wizard of Oz museum?
Yeah. Is
there?
In oh shit, what's that town? Yeah, it's where they filmed it. They filmed it right outside this tiny town, like 50 miles from where I grew up.
I would have to say, probably
Liberal.
one of the top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Liberal, Kansas. Is where
The
where
opening
that is.
scene with the tornado taking the house up into the sky and the witch.
That's pretty cool, right?
I was horrified by that.
Pretty cool.
And the witch on the bike and the whole... She turns into a fucking cunt on a stick and the flying monkeys.
Dude, and she's just like, what is her deal? You know? Like,
You're from
like,
Kansas.
Get your dog. It's like, okay, cool, lady. Like, what's your problem? You know?
First color movie. First movie in color. Mm-hmm. Starts off in black and white and then goes... It was like a groundbreaking...
Also, documented one of the first drug experiences for Judy Garland. They kept her hopped up on, like...
No.
Yeah.
On what? Psychedelics or...
Cocaine.
No way.
Yeah. To keep her up for the filming process. I think she was teenager in the movie. Or
Judy was on... Listen, in
Yeah.
her later years, clearly...
obviously.
You know, she had that... she was before Liza Minnelli, right? Wasn't Liza
Yeah.
all pilled out? Because you come from
Still
a
is.
background... Let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah.
See you in L.A. about 150 times. I probably said maybe about 10 words to you in
Same.
passing.
Same.
And yet you were always there.
Yeah.
You were always out. You were active. And I really think you were kind of doing your own thing within a thing.
Yeah. One bit of advice I was given that I actually took, because typically I don't take people's advice, was don't tell anybody what you're up to. Just
Yeah.
do the work.
Yeah.
Show up.
Yeah.
Be dependable. And there was this scene, this like clique of the same, 8 or 10 comics. They were always going out partying
Female?
together. And male.
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
this circle jerk of people. And it daunted me to make friends in the comedy world. And I have, our mutual friend Trevor. But it just show up, do your work. Yeah, I'd talk to people or whatever, but then
probably gelled with a lot of some of the products.
I
From
hung
what
out
I've
with rock
seen,
and rollers. I hung out with
the
musicians.
dudes. Oh, in L.A.
Yeah. All of my good close friends were in the music scene,
Yeah.
and so I would leave. So people in
L.A. music scene.
LA music scene.
My friends would come in from European countries to do shows in L.A., but I didn't find the L.A. music scene, rock and roll, was like, the local stuff was, it was kind of corny. Like, it was like glammed out new metal, drivel, and then you get some like amazing artists coming in from other countries, but the local stuff seemed like
I
horseshit.
think adverse to that. There's amazing local stuff. You had to
Where
go
were
out.
you going to see live music?
Satellite, the Echoplex,
Okay.
a lot of the East Side stuff, a lot of the.
under that bridge at the Echoplex.
Oh, I thought I recognized your tent. Yeah,
No. I had an apartment under that bridge.
by Cafe Tropical over
You
there.
know,
That was a good spot.
Sunrise Cafe on. Okay. Sunset. You know
Over-
Sunset Bridge?
Yeah, over
Under.
there.
I lived under the Sunset Bridge.
Yeah. There's little apartments there.
By the Burger King.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, Sean Rouse lived in the building above me.
2 Rouses in one building.
2 Rouses in one house. Rest his
The
soul.
Rouse House.
We just conveniently, and I would trade him Percocets for cocaine. Or, I can't remember. It was back one or the other.
Percocets.
He was on
And all
painkillers
through the
because
house.
of his eyes, and I'd give him a couple rips.
Not a peep from a Rouse.
And I would get a couple pills out of the deal just to coat my hangovers.
That seems
Percocets.
very-
Yeah, we weren't blood related, but we did help each other from time to time.
Nice. Yeah, that's where I'd go. I'd go do those shows, but I would have plans. I would have things to do outside of comedy, and I think that kind of irritated some people.
Yeah, of course, because they have this cultish mentality, and if you ain't doing what the tribe is doing, then you're opposed to their ideas.
Which is
just
weird
have better
'cause-
taste.
And then I would produce these shows that were.
How was that? I can't even imagine how exhausting the amount of like idiots that would just pester you, and I never wanted to. I booked a few shows, but it was always like exhausting, and the return on it was nothing.
People would get mad at me because I wouldn't book them because I didn't think they were
Yeah,
funny.
this is what I'm talking about.
Because I didn't think they're. I didn't want to just do a show with some Instagram model or some, washed up dating show failure, who got kicked off of whatever season of The Bachelorette or Bachelor because they have a following. I'd be like, fuck that. Tell me something funny. And honestly, I'm not the funniest person most of the time, but I can hold attention. And the shows that I would put on, these people would be like, why don't you ever book me, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you ever... And it's like, I would have to tell them to their faces, like, I don't think you're funny.
Good for you.
And I, got told once that I was intimidating and that I was a snob. And I was like, I'm not intimidating. I just find value in a good show. And maybe that's corny and sensitive to say.
No, but it's not an LA thing to say, is that you're invested in the integrity of the performance opposed to how much hype you can get up. I don't know how many shows where I've seen the audience is just in a fiasco, just a super hyped up thing, and they're just...
Lord.
No, like...
Cruel.
Like they're just like... The chiseled kind of like...
They're waiting to laugh. They're
yeah,
waiting for
we know
it.
this guy. We want anything that comes out of their mouth.
I produced.
Oh, the dog wanted to go for the squirrel.
I should have let him. That would have been interesting.
Look at this guy. He cannot handle the fact he's
Yeah.
a herding dog, as you can tell. Look at his trot.
Who's his dad? His dad's
please.
a Disney prince. Look at that.
Look at how
He's got the hair. He's got the jawline. He's got the shoulders. He's got the dog.
But he does look a little downsy in the face.
You know what? I read some stat that it's like 3-to-1 women to men here in Austin. Men have an incredible chance at getting a girl way out of their league here.
Getting a girl to do what?
Way out of their league.
Oh, really?
Date up. Yeah.
We're going to see about that.
You have your soulmate on a bicycle.
No, that lady was too nice. As soon as she heard my potty mouth, she'd be like, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, maybe she'd like to clean it up. Who
First of
knows?
all, one phone call, her over here, me talk to any of my friends, is it probably a deal breaker for most classy ladies.
You know?
You're a comic, you be in a green room and you're like, how many of my girlfriends would appreciate any of what's going on? What I'm laughing at right now in tears because so-and-so and so-and-so are talking crazy shit.
My mom told me that
Like the green room at the store is one of the...
nastiest places. Not only visually, but everything is slightly sticky.
Yeah.
There's a ghost.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, some dude, any night Mike Favorman would walk in, you'd be like, here we go.
Oh, Mike.
Some woman's gonna be upset tonight.
I love Mike. He is an animal.
He's a pig. He's the pig, man.
Do you watch his cooking show?
Yes, he's hands down. He's one of my best friends in life.
Yeah.
In life, we'd hang out and go to dinner together. With he loves food. I mean, he was a chef.
Oh, he's a good cook. Russell Peters brings him in all the time to cook at his house.
I've actually been to a few of those barbecues, and I baked pies.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did I see you there?
More than likely.
Probably.
Yeah, remember because we sat in a hot tub with
Benny and
Sylvia Sage once, and we were laughing because her boobs would float because they were so fucking
I
fake.
don't remember that one.
Who else was there? Other Jason Collins was there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, those were fun.
Those were fun. Yeah, they were fun.
That was at the Malibu house.
I went to both houses. He had his new ranch house or whatever, had a housewarming party that we went to. And I took a guy that I was dating at the time who owned a weed company.
Ew.
And he just showed up with a box full of vape pens, and it was like, I won the party. I won the party for bringing the best guest.
Probably because there's so many babies around now, the lack of carcinogens, the smoking aspect of it, the vape pens, all the stoners were probably like,
Thank God.
thank you.
Yeah, and he just handed them out for free. It was pretty good.
There is a lot of ladies out.
I'm telling you, more women to men. Also, Austin just got like huge tech industry out here, so it's gonna be this amalgamation of, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York City people all coming here. Everybody jogs. Everyone's healthy.
No, there's way more legit jogging going on here than in LA.
I never have wanted a dog in my life until I lived here.
Yeah,
And now I want a dog, and I specifically want to name it Scott.
Oh, I have a friend named Scott. Is your Scott shit on the floor like mine, Scott?
Yeah. Shitty Scott.
You would actually like Shitty Scott.
Shitty Scott.
My friend Scott, how do you feel about people with
Lisps, can't stand them.
red hair? Oh, I know.
I mean,
You're kind of in that realm already. You got some Celtic roots.
no, I am German Prussian on one side, and then
Okay.
my mom's side is like French and Dutch,
Yeah,
Swedish.
sure.
I'm a vanilla swirl, man.
I get it.
Like, there's no the most ethnic thing about me is maybe there's some French in there.
Yeah, for sure. That's I know more
There's a little-
Swedish than
little
I do
croissant-
French.
Little croissant going on in there.
Go to Montreal
Yeah.
in
I
the
was
summer.
supposed to go to Montreal this year for
Beautiful.
the just for laughs.
That's toast.
That is toast. Everything was toast. Thinking about this
Moon Tower's doing something here, aren't they? I think they got some dates coming up next month or something.
a lot of these theaters have opened back up, and they're doing, like I said, people are minding their manners. They realize that they're not going to not going to get to have fun if they don't mask up, and
First of all, listen how quiet it is. There's 30, 40 people around us right now, and no one's talking loudly except us.
well, good for them. They get a show,
No,
free show.
I like it a little quiet. It calms me. Or everyone has to be screaming in terror. It's one or the other.
I do some of my best focused work in
Chaos?
a crowded, chaotic room. Going to the store, sitting on the patio. I would just go and take my notebook, and people walk up or whatever. You'd get
Scribbles.
the occasional celebrity would be like, "Oh, what you writing?" Be like, "My name 10,000 times." What do you think I'm writing?
What's the weirdest thing you've ever saw on the patio of the Comedy Store?
Oh.
Your eyebrows almost came off your head. What day?
Anytime, it wasn't a night at the Comedy Store without being like, I don't see that every day. But then you would see it again the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, there was this transgender woman that
Blonde one.
Blonde.
Big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy ass and tits all over.
All over.
But when you say trans, there manicured to the tits, no pun intended.
to the tits,
I wish I could remember her
tits
name.
and toes.
But yeah, what a great...
Someone asked her if her vagina was real, and she just popped it out and was like, "Yeah, you can touch it too."
oh, she was cut?
She was just like, "Funk."
Was it a cunt?
Yeah.
She had a full cunt.
Yep.
Wow. And honestly, every time...
And or was wearing one of those little fake rubber
Lee press-on cunts?
definitely press-on cunt. Yep.
A stapled up fleshlight. Yeah, that young lady was
just
very
like, oh, wow. Just whipping that-
beaming. She was coming down to hang out during the Kill Tony stuff occasionally.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, super
nice.
Friendly. Nothing but, as soon as she would come to the club, the place...
Porn star couture in the comedy world
Yeah.
never ceased to fascinate or amaze me. That was a pretty interesting night.
Oh, yeah, there was always... for a while there, probably the year that you got there was probably the beginning of the end of all the porn stars that were coming in and out of the comedy. Sam Tripoli would have a monthly show called The Naughty Show, and it was a huge event. I love the dogs are going bananas because of the squirrels. Just let them off the leash for me. Yeah,
Make it day. I got a squirrel that sits outside of my window.
Oh,
that
God.
Taunts my cats. It just sits there and barks at the cats.
Yeah, it's weird.
And they don't know. They're Los Angeles cats. They, real, not seeing any nature. And I bring my cat to the park. She sits out.
You
She
bring your cat to the
Dude,
park?
she's a crazy person. Yeah, she loves
You
it.
walk your cat?
No, she's got a little backpack. That she
Last time I saw a lady walking a cat, I threw the cat on the roof of a high school by its leash.
You threw it under a bus?
No, on the roof. I swung it in a loop-de-loop and threw it onto a roof with the tennis balls. And
You know the cat was probably just like, that was weird.
yeah, it landed on its feet, from what I heard.
Well, didn't crash
No,
out, so the cat was fine.
I can't. I don't want anybody shitting in my house except me.
Oh,
I want a
mine are
dog
good. Mine are good.
that licks its own balls and makes eye contact.
While doing so?
Yeah.
Like, don't you wish you could?
No.
Kind
if I
of like
would,
looks.
If I never
looks at
wish.
you.
I'm the dog, and the dogs. You're never gonna hear a me too.
I wonder if dogs look at humans. Like, what kind of breed is that? If they look at us and like, wow, that's a weird looking human.
I bet it's probably rooted more in smells
Yeah.
than visuals.
Oh, you weird smelling human.
Yeah, that guy's fingers always smell like bacon. Right? The guy so and so that's a butt finger guy.
It's the whole like you can always catch a cheater because the dog is like, what do you smell different?
The one that looks like
See,
Benji.
yeah, I want a Benji looking dog to name Scott. Just
My friend Scott
Just
looks a
think it'd
bit
be
like a
hilarious.
Benji looking dog.
I just think it'd be funny to give some dog some
People
average,
names?
average white dude name.
Now,
It's my dog Kevin over here.
well, the worst part is when you're calling them. Oh, there's another nice collie who clearly wants to kill some squirrels too.
Oh yeah.
Look at them. These dogs are squirrel ready. We've seen some
Look at
like
that one.
really nice dogs.
He's being good. It's a puppy. That is a puppy.
The dog laid on the ground to be submissive.
To be a good boy, girl. To be a good girl.
Hate fucked by Goldie over there, the Lion
Can
King.
you imagine that mix? What is that? A Boston?
Imagine it. It's
A Boston and a collie?
Yeah.
Would you call that a Bacali?
What would that look like, though?
I know.
A toilet brush with big ears.
We had a dog, I kid you not, that was half Labrador, half wiener dog growing up.
That must have been just hair.
It was this sausage with legs. Hi, buddy. It was a sausage with legs and this giant head.
That's a great name for a gay bar.
Giant head?
No. Sausage with legs.
Sausage with legs?
Yeah.
Go to the back bar. Big head. Al's working. Big Al.
This is like the local. I feel like I'm watching a prison yard or train, like a gym and a.
Why would you pay for a gym living here in Austin?
There's a gym attached to my building.
Yeah, I mean, if it's attached to a building, cool. But there's so many trails. The weather is pretty much nice all the time.
It's fantastic.
Here.
Considering it rained 3 weeks ago. Oh, sorry, snowed
That's
3
okay.
weeks ago.
Yeah, snowed.
And gone
Which
in
was
4
weird.
hours.
Yep. I
That
thought
was
it was
winter.
great.
They literally had, I was fine with it, because I looked at the calendar year of what the weather conditions are like month to month, and I knew that January for a week would be the worst weather of the year for 1 week. And then after that, and when I say worst weather, it got cold enough to snow and it stuck for a few hours. And then we're sitting out here in 22 Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? I don't know. I haven't
40,
switched over
70,
yet.
70 degrees.
70 degrees?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Times
It's
2
really
plus
nice.
30. Yeah.
And this is a river, right? Yeah.
This kind of pools into a lake, and technically you're not supposed to go swimming in it because apparently there's like a flesh-eating bacteria in this water right here.
Fuck, that's why I wondered. I was going
What
to throw
if you
myself
go
off a
there?
bridge.
If you go up there where it's more rivery,
Rivery?
yeah, this is more lakey. That's rivery up there. The water's fine, but this water is no good, no bueno. Flesh-eating bacteria.
So we're staring at the Colorado River, right?
Yes.
And what do you mean by flesh-eating bacteria? It's a parasite in the water that just...
So it's something about the algae is really toxic. So it's like some flint shit in the water. I just learned it, and I was like, wow, I think I went.
Yeah, I couldn't understand. Like I saw this beachfront with, people could get into the boats and things like that, but no one was in the water on the hottest
Maybe
day.
I could use a parasite, clean my organs out a little bit.
Yeah, but then it starts eroding all the tissue and laying eggs in your brain. You start yelling at the cat,
Cool.
fall down the stairs.
What else am I going to do when I'm at home? My internet stopped working. It just randomly stopped working the other day. And I've been on and off the phone with this internet company, and they're just like, everything's fine. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send over a serviceman and make sure he's got abs.
Without a doubt, everybody has abs around here.
Yeah, everybody just
Give it. You're new to Austin. Give it one more month, and you'll have a six pack. Trust me on this one.
I'm gonna be doing some pretty intense endurance stuff.
You're gonna be jacked soon.
I gotta put on 10 pounds in 3 months.
Wow.
Less than 3 months.
For a roll, or for self love.
Self-love
or love?
Film I did. I was 142 pounds. I lost like, I don't know, almost 20 pounds of weight for the movie.
Oh wow, you're 160 now.
Like
That's
165,
pretty
maybe.
big, huh?
Yeah,
You're
totally.
a thin guy.
Yeah, I am. I beat AIDS twice, so. But I want to
Slap
get
you in
up
the
to
face.
like 175, 180. I think is what I'm going to go for. I think it's time to make a change. In the early 2000s, I had the luxury of being in a city long enough that I could follow up on a gym regimen, and LA was just a pain. I just did running every day with a weight vest.
I really miss going to a gym, and I really miss that. But like I said, living here, I'm far more active, and I mean the downtown area of Austin is so walkable.
Yeah,
The whole town.
the interactions with people are motivating. Like they're like it's happy. It's just we sound like silly, but they are honestly. I think the people here are nicer than most Canadians I've met, and I'm one of them. But I'm not really a good example of a nice
I've
Canadian.
got 2 Canadian friends here.
Oh, you keep them.
I keep them. There's Kansans and Canadians. Where
are they from?
I was living in, I don't know, Montreal, one of the dudes, and then the other dude, like Yukon area.
Okay, so you got a guy who huffs gas and another guy.
They're real classy guys. I think they have a lot of money.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they go into ABBA.
They go into ABBA.
Where I work,
Oh.
that fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
So they're good. I was living in Australia for a bit, and this dude couldn't wrap his head around the fact that Kansas was not in Canada. And so he called me Canada every day. He said, "What's up, Canada? Oi, how's it going?" And I'm like, I'm not from Canada.
First of all, they still got mullets over there.
Oh, fuck, I have kind of a mullet. I'm down with mullet.
Yeah, but you got that,
shag.
what's her name from Cape Fear? Juliet Lewis thing going on.
Thanks.
That's cool, right?
Thanks. At least it's not like the other sister Juliet Lewis movie
Which one is that?
where she plays the mentally delayed girl.
Oh, is she play a retarded one?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no, I'm talking
she kind of
about-
kills it.
She rocks. She's a legit, like,
Yeah.
and rocks. She's rock star
Yeah, she is.
and an actress. She's all around. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of female soul artists, especially in rock and roll.
Yeah. I try to get into a new artist once a week, and then I just binge everything that one artist has. And I'm really into this female artist, Sammy Ray, rock, bluegrass, out of Boston or Brooklyn. You got to.
Speaking of Australia and rock and roll, check out my friend and his wife have a band called The Hots.
The Hots.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they rock.
They rock.
She's British and he's Australian.
That's cool. I worked for a recording studio out in LA, Punk Aristocrat Studio, and they did quite a bit of the Australian music scene moving into the United States. So we got to know quite a bit of, the Hots. I'll look them up.
I want to go.
I bet they know who I know.
I bet you. I'll send you some shit you might like.
Yeah. I'm down. Like, I think also Austin.
Check out,
obviously.
you know what you'd like? Graveyard
Graveyard.
from Gothenburg.
Graveyard from
Think
Gothenburg.
blues, 70 rock,
No,
rock
I'm
and
into
roll.
it. I'm into it. My favorite band of all time. Do you know yours?
Ronsky beat.
T-Rex.
Okay.
1970s.
Okay, so there you
that
go.
walking bass
Yeah.
kind of
CCR type
groovy
of stuff.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I like it. I was born in 71, so.
Mark Bolan, the lead singer, was also a badass. He like worked with local artists and then paid them really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit. Like that just was so revolutionary. He set the tone, but unfortunately, you know, it didn't keep up, but I don't know. Good music. Rock and roll, man. I think comedians want to be rock and rollers want to be comedians.
Sure.
That dog has a heart-shaped spot on its side.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's got a black heart on its side. That's
A
kind
little
of neat.
black heart.
And that lady has no bra on.
No, she's wearing a bra. Only.
Is she?
Yeah, it's only a bralette.
Okay. What's a bralette?
A soft bra.
Oh, is that anything? Okay, so that lady over there has a sports bra, the white one. That's a sports bra.
That one's
got
a bralette.
Yeah, that I don't think that other lady can wear a sports bra because she's a little.
Bigger.
She's got a big.
Thicker jug.
She's got a thicker junk.
She's got a thicker jug.
But,
I like how you say it like really quiet, and I'm just like, yo,
No, 'cause
thick jugs.
I was talking about a lady on a bike with oranges, and she gave me the hard hello.
Too hard hello.
Two hard hellos.
That made your day. You're still blushing from it.
I can't believe she overcorrected my, just gobsmacked. Is that what it is?
Godsmack?
Not the band.
Not the band.
Which was the Alice in Chains
Your
cover
gall.
band.
Your gall. Your
Gall.
gape. Your gape.
Gaping?
Your
do
gape.
you know about the gaper?
Your gape.
Do you know gaping?
Yeah.
The gaper.
Yeah, like it's when gay people vape.
No, it's my buddy's got a blown out asshole.
Oh, well, sew that up.
No, because
Cork
it's a
it up.
thing. It's a
Cork it
thing
up.
now. I'm going to show you the picture in a minute.
You're like, oh, hey, wait, I actually heard about this once. I thought it was
Yeah.
a rumor. I thought it was a rumor.
About Boomer's asshole?
About Boomer's asshole.
So you know? Please tell me you heard about this guy's asshole. Have you heard about Boomer's asshole?
Yes.
Really?
You're
What
gonna
do you
pull it
know?
up. Pull it up. Let me see this thing.
Do you want to see
No.
Boomer's ass?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you have a picture of it on your phone?
If this pauses for some reason, I hope it doesn't. What's that? I thought there was a guy yelling.
Just a real big butt. No, we got a dog though.
I'm going to show you a picture of Boomer's asshole. Now, I showed it to Andy Dick, and he said it was gross. Now, I've been
Whoa,
I've been
Andy.
showing that picture. It's huge, right?
Why is it so big?
I know, look how blown out it is and muddy. Bad Boomer.
How did it get that big?
Everybody says that. I think it's a birth defect. But you can ask him personally if you go to Boomer Phillips at Boomer Phillips on Instagram and go, hey man, what's up with
my butt?
what's wrong with your hole, man? Ooh,
What?
2 pipples.
What if he's just like...
They look like bats
super-
with no wings.
Super sensitive
Do you think Boomer is super sensitive?
about his... Yeah, what if this whole time we're just laughing about his big old booty hole and...
He's crying under
And he's-
with a thumb up his ass?
Yeah, it's a
Trust me.
couple thumbs, actually.
Or 2 fists tied together with a leg.
It's a group effort to fill that hole.
Oh, those dogs are so cute.
That's a puppy.
She's got to just puke the bed.
Because you're nasty. I love how that lady just talked to her dog. She's like, you spitting that out because you're nasty?
Yeah. He's eating grass.
Grass, yeah.
And that other pit bull is like amped.
He's like, whoa, I got to see my friends.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to steal some dogs later, right?
Oh, yeah. I've already clocked at least 2 dogs that I'm going to steal.
They're so nice. Everyone's out. What time is it? It's like dinner time. Everybody's running.
Hey, a
And-
dog named Larry? That's kind of cool.
Where?
I don't know.
There's a dog named Larry. That sounds like a sitcom.
Dog named Larry. I'm going to have Scott and Larry. And one of them's probably going to be a female. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott.
Probably Scott's a female.
My friend's name is Scott.
Scotty.
Who he's a redhead, yeah. And Boomer's asshole is...
You can just fit that whole redhead up Boomer's butt.
I think Scott's head would fit in Boomer's asshole. But then Boomer's head could go into Scott's urethra. If you had a guy's head through another guy's urethra into...
Whoa.
Anyway, we're going to teach about it
Big P.
at my class. What do you got coming up? You got a show tonight, don't you?
I do. I got a show tonight at Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, downtown Austin. And then another show on Wednesday. You're on.
Yes.
Yeah. And then a show on the 2nd of February, 4th of February, 6th of February, all various locations. The one on the 6th is going to be a lot of fun. It's at the Spider House. And it's going to be a virtual palooza of like comedians, artists, music, and then they're going to do some like performance art too.
Cool.
Yeah.
The performance art sounds
It's
terrible.
Do you ever get invited to like black box theater? That
No,
always
I
made
don't
me
get-
nervous because
I
I'd be like, no, I don't want to go see your avant-garde play.
I get invited to funerals that I don't even know the people.
They're just like, dude, you look like you could
I work the
Fill-
door. I'm
fill-
the only one who's not crying, who's trying
fill
not to
a
giggle.
pew spot.
Yeah. I'm standing at funerals. I do extras for
Can I get those socks? I don't think he's gonna need them anymore.
guys.
Oh yeah.
All the guys here look
Why?
super.
Why does this man exist? Just fucking fall already. Okay, he's too handsome. The two
No.
more.
That guy's crimped.
Way too
That guy beats the shit out of his wife.
Wait, he doesn't have a wife. He has a boyfriend.
Is he that physically apt that he has a boyfriend?
Phew, both. He's got a girlfriend who has a boyfriend.
Probably.
You know, he's just
he looks like a
snaking
shithead.
ladies. He's snaking ladies all over town.
First of all, if you're doing your hair to go for a run, you're a shithead.
That guy's hair
And
just
most
naturally
women
falls
with
that
makeup
way.
on. No, he's dyed it for sure. The guy's gray, I'll tell you that. And he's losing it in the back because the moon just caught the monkey's ass on the back of his head. But he knows
That's right. It's the monkey ass moon this month.
he doesn't want the monkey ass moon. You and your damn crystals. How could you not know the monkey ass
How
moon?
did you not know? Ah yes. This planet is in line with go fuck yourself.
The monkey ass moon, right?
The monkey ass moon. Look at it. It's not even full.
I really can't believe how nice. It's honestly, there's been a huge sigh of relief of just changing postcodes here.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited too because at the end of February I'm gonna go up to Kansas for a little bit and then reset, come back. So it's gonna feel really good to just get back in touch with like normal middle America people. You know, not saying that there aren't normal people elsewhere, but there is a je ne sais quoi, a quaintness that is just was so
It is
missed.
quaint.
It was so.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's all quaint here.
Talking to people who aren't trying to make it, whatever that means.
Yeah, make what?
Yeah.
They never do. I made it.
What does that even mean? Like,
It means not.
got all my goals. I've reached every goal I've ever set for myself, and now I'm just kind of hanging out and being alive.
I just take other people's goals away from them.
I don't have any to give you now. Sorry, dude.
You got goals?
I ate them.
Are you going to record an album?
Yeah. I was actually set to record my 45 at El Cid in November.
Ooh, I like that venue.
That's where I had my comedy Malo.
Okay.
I produced it starting at the place called Malo. That's where it started. And then it got a little too big, and Malo went through ownership change, so I moved it down the street to El Cid and did it there for 3 years.
I think that was my second or third time ever performing in LA was there in 2001.
That place used to be a prison. It is.
Was it really a prison?
Yeah, it was a prison in 1911.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
that's
you went
why
down the stairs.
That's why it had
It
that
was cool.
weird vibe. You walk in and
Oh, I thought that was me.
nah, dude.
I loved it. I lived in Echo Park
Yes, under
for
the
ages.
bridge.
Under the bridge. And I lived above the bridge, too, for a while. I really liked that area.
Wow, yeah, got the
It's
sun
very
up
cool.
there. I only lived in Silver Lake in the same house for 8 years. I was so lucky.
You sounds like you were lucky. No one stays anywhere in LA for more than a year and a half.
I moved there and it was a house full of hippies. I mean, we are talking
Like dirty toenail hippies?
we're like Burning Man hippies.
Ew.
And
Like piss and gasoline.
a dude would drop acid and then dance in the
Naked?
in our doorway when the sun was coming up, just unapologetic. Neighbors would be like, "What the hell is this
Hard?
fucking hippie doing?"
Hippies can't get hard-ons.
I no.
What do you mean?
Just
Yeah, no.
dangling down,
What was
dude.
with the hand? Did it brush your arm when you were eating breakfast?
I just was like, wow, this is what living in LA is about.
No.
You know? I mean, I had like
The neighbor comes over, slaps him across the face, and says, "I got fucking
This was
kids, you idiot."
This was at the ass crack of dawn. Like the sun was just coming up. Nobody was up. No one was around. Should I say hi to this guy? It's a real hottie next to us. That's why I'm getting nervous.
Pick up a piece of dog shit in my teeth and just start hugging people. If you pick up a turd, I just teeth unlocked, and just go, "Does anyone want the last brownie?" I haven't been out all day, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
a little.
want one like that. I want a little,
You want one of these little guys? That's
but uglier.
Your cat.
I want an ugly dog.
More bulgy eyes.
Like fur, like
Yeah.
wiry fur.
Just all over the fucking house all the time.
Apparently, it's hair. Hypoallergenic. I want a hypoallergenic dog.
There's a lot of attractive young ladies. But
I-
the men look very white and bisexual.
Pick of the litter. Pick of the litter. This is not a good town to be a
Not a
female
lot
in.
of guys like with beards and long hair.
No, yes, there are. Not around here. Yeah, you got to go to.
Are you saying I'm living in a gay part of town?
You got to go to these honky tonks. I know of one. I'll take you.
I went to the Wild Horse Saloon, White Horse Saloon.
White Horse Saloon.
Yeah.
And I got to take you to Sagebush. It's
right.
it's a real. They do like two-step dancing and line dancing and.
I get it.
You gotta put some
My
sneakers
father's
on.
side country. There was always cowboy boots at my
Yeah.
my.
You got a pair?
No, but I used to wear them with diapers
Let's get you a pair.
when I
of
was
shit
30.
kickers.
No, I'm thinking about going cowboy hat.
Yeah, you got to get at least one. They're expensive.
Oh no, I have no problem. I might even go boots. We'll see. I just don't like anything with heels on it. I don't. I like a flat soled thing. Not to mention, cowboy boots are slipperier than dog shit.
They really are.
Not a.
Like, why are these dudes out in the like fields wearing these slippery?
It's not a field boot. It's a cowboy boot.
Cowboy boots. Well,
saddles.
Boot scooting.
Yeah.
Give you a little-
Those guys just wore their nicer pair of boots out because they were creatures of habit. You threw a pair of Chuck Taylors on a cowboy, and he looks like a escaped mental patient.
My dad has worn cowboy boots every day of his life, and he's got like ostrich boots. He has a crocodile boot.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like it's like he collects them.
Yeah, like sneakerheads.
Sneakerheads. But he's
Yeah,
a
Jordan,
He's a boot dude.
He's a boot dude?
He's a boot dude.
That sounds like what Boomer would call his asshole. The boot dude. So remember, follow Boomer Phillips on Instagram. That's at Boomer Phillips.
real.
What's your handle? You don't want to associate with my buddy's blown out asshole?
Right after you follow the vacuum that is
Boomers, just say it.
at Isabel Herrman.
No, say Boomer's asshole.
Boomer's asshole.
But you heard about this.
Yes.
There's
I've seen that exact picture before.
Oh, I send it to everybody for over a decade.
No, I'm pretty sure Favorman just texted it to me one day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Probably.
he was like,
Mike's got it about 500
at
times.
least bare minimum. Well, I was on one because look, all these
Boomer.
little hussies were sitting on the patio at the Comedy Store talking about how many dick pics they get unsolicited. only ever gotten one unsolicited dick pic. And I was sour and salty, and Favorman goes, here, I'll send you a pic.
And it was Boomer's asshole?
Technically, there is a dick in the pic.
Yeah.
There is. It's
There
giant
is-
fucking balls hanging down.
Boomer's gross.
hanging down, and I was like, thanks, Mike.
He says he's got a botched circumcision.
Botched circumcision.
Yeah, it looks like bologna stapled to a hot dog.
Hey, my dad used to fry up bologna for breakfast when I was
Yeah.
a kid. I'm like, oh, maybe that doesn't
With
sound so
ketchup.
bad. I'm like, hey, just,
You cook it enough, it'll
Listen.
taste like steak.
yo, just dunk it in some egg yolk. We'll be good.
You've done bologna and egg yolks?
Yeah.
And then fry it? That's like French
you fry
toast.
You fry it, and then you dunk it in the egg yolk. After in a fried egg.
So now,
So you fry the
oh,
egg.
okay. I thought you meant raw egg.
Sunny side up.
Yeah.
What kind
And
of
you
it?
dip the bologna?
Yeah.
Like some sort of like trashy bacon?
Oh, dude, I'm from the middle of Kansas.
You guys do
Southwest
trashy bacon?
Kansas.
What's this
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
guy doing? Pushing on a tree. I guess it's got some gig on it.
I don't
See, I
know.
gotta keep my mouth shut
Hugging.
because now I'm inherently from the environment I've come from. I'm a bit of a shithead, and I should just shut my mouth.
I think the thing is people love shitheads out here. I was a little nervous. I've got one pretty, not crass joke that I do, and I was like, uh-oh, it's going to happen. And people loved it.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, my God, look at you.
Like I was saying about the female
They're good.
population.
They're good sports.
Yeah, there's good sports all around.
Good Lord.
Life's good here.
It's all right. I'm only recently have I been like, all right, pretty stoked to be here, you know. The first couple,
That's what you're talking about.
yeah, something like that.
I think it's.
That's a corgi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hilarious.
Corgi
right?
butts. That's
Born without knees.
corgi butts.
You know,
They're
dogs
big.
don't have. Yeah, so they can.
They're real. They're
go into holes, rabbit holes.
Rabbits.
And boomers.
and Boomer's hole.
Actually,
Boomer's rabbit hole.
That corgi
Came
could
from-
easily fit
Fit
in Boomer's
in his
asshole. You gotta say asshole.
Boomer's asshole.
Boomers.
I just have such a like.
You can taste it a little bit.
All I can like imagine is like, you know, those old like 1900 like vaudeville circus, you know, stunt people who jump off the highest ladder into a tiny little pool.
Shot
I just
glass.
want to see like that person just
dive
diving
into
into
Boomer's
asshole.
Well, that'd be hilarious. That dog's called what?
Pew.
A Fergie?
A corgi?
Corgi.
A furry.
A corgi.
A corgi.
A corgi with a cape on a high dive board.
This is like the cutest thing
and Boomer,
I'm imagining right
Boomer
now.
doing a handstand with his legs wide
It's
open.
kind of cute if you think about
And
it.
the corgi
No, he's got to be there, like, just-
like classic Boomer.
just, you know, a hand on each cheek,
And then
pulling,
the corgi,
pulling open the universe, you know?
What if the corgi jumped into his
Back out,
asshole
son.
and that the dog's tail came out of his mouth? Yeah, it's deep.
I just found Blue's Clues.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thanks for being on the show.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out. And I'm here in my Canadian. You can find me on nowhere doing nothing for a while, for a minute. No, I'm probably going to do some shows, and I got some projects coming out. But I got this new streaming thing that I'm doing called Rouse's House. That I think February 14th we're going to launch the show. So watch for that. Also, Spare Parts the Movie, Amazon International, June 1st. And my new stand-up special will be released on April 1st. So we'll see what happens over the next little bit. But yeah, there's plans coming this way. Go to all my shit on the internet and buy it and steal it and watch it and steal it and watch it and steal it. Tell your friends. Take drugs. Watch my shit.
I don't care what society thinks. Good or nothing anyway.